Here's what's happening this week at the movies. Coming out this Friday, December 20th, 2024, we've got Mufasa, The Lion King, a prequel to the 2019 film, and by extension the 1994 film. Kinda. This movie tells the story of a young Mufasa, an orphaned cub who is adopted by the royal family. He becomes a brother to Taka, the heir apparent, but ultimately becomes king himself, setting the events of The Lion King in motion. Directed by Barry Jenkins, who made If Beale Street Could Talk, Moonlight, and Medicine for Melancholy, starring Aaron Pierre, Kelvin Harrison Jr., and John Kani. The 6888. Coming to Netflix, we've got the story of the 6,888th Central Postal Directory Battalion, the only all-black and all-female battalion during World War II. Posts between the soldiers and their families had been left to fester, blocked up in messes throughout several hangars, facing over 17 million pieces of unsorted mail and an administration that gave them this job because they figured it was impossible and that they could use the battalion as a scapegoat. Directed by Tyler Perry, who made Why Did I Get Married?, Nobody's Fool, and Divorce in the Black, starring Kerry Washington, Ebony Obsidian, and Milauna Jackson. Homestead. One of the 2,000 post-apocalyptic movies being released this year, Homestead is about an ex-Green Beret who becomes the head of security for a doomsday prepper compound in a world where the doomsday preppers were correct instead of just being erratic conspiracy nuts with a shopping addiction. Directed by Ben Smallbone, who directed Stoned Cold Country, Fame, Fortunes, Failures, and Faith. And Johnny Cash, The Redemption of an American Icon, starring Neil McDonough, Dawn Olivieri, and Curry Graham. The Brutalist. After surviving the Holocaust, genius architect Laszlo Toth has emigrated to America with his wife Erzsébet in an attempt to rebuild their lives. However, his early work is discovered by a wealthy industrialist who can help speed up their immigration process, but who clearly does not see them as autonomous people. Directed by Brady Corbet, who made Vox Lux, The Childhood of a Leader, and 30/30 Vision, 3 Decades of Strand Releasing, starring Adrian Brody, Felicity Jones, and Guy Pearce. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Inspired by the storyline of Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles have to take on a new enemy who outclasses them all. The three must team up with their former enemy, Dr. Robotnik, in order to have any hope of stopping Shadow. I'd also like to point out that this trailer features the existence of Chow, Shadow using a gun, and Dr. Robotnik pissing on the moon. What can I say? I'm easy to please. Jeff Fowler returns to direct, having made the first two. The original cast all reprised their roles, with additions including Keanu Reeves, Kristen Ritter, and Alila Brown. I'm Silas Kade, and that's This Week at the Movies. Let me know what you're most looking forward to, and I will see you next week.